Hey, I want to take a couple minutes and talk about the concept of working hard versus working smart and having talent. And what brought this to my mind, the other day I was talking to somebody and they said, man, I'd rather work smart than hard. And it just kind of shocked me. They were talking about somebody who works hard and somebody who works really hard and works a lot of hours and really thinks about what they're doing. That kind of that kind of shook me. I was like, what the crap do you mean? You'd rather work smart than hard. And kind of got me thinking that, and the concept of talent, of hard work beats talent, or whatever. And I thought about that. I'm like, why do we do ifs or buts in life? Like, you can have this, but you can't have that. I'm a firm believer in, man, you better learn to work smart, and you need to learn to use resources that are available to you. And those resources might be, other people, might be other people's, money, it might be other people's time. It might be the resources available to you based upon the internet, but you can work really smart. But even if you work really smart, you better work really hard. And I had a guy that's in a peer group of mine who said a comment about using AdWords, and he goes, yeah, because my company right now, we're just kind of really starting to get into the AdWords and making a play into that, but we've been really heavily involved with selling and outbound marketing and that, and he goes, yeah, well, while you're working, I'm making money at night. And I thought, man, that sounds really cool. But then I thought, you know what? While you're like sitting around doing whatever, guys like me are cleaning your clock because we're out there actually looking for work. And, it got me thinking about, why don't we look for work and why don't we have work find us? And that's the mentality you got to have. You got to be able to work hard and you got to be able to work smart. You got to be able to do both, and you got to be committed to doing both. And if you're not committed to doing both, and if you live by the thing of like, I want to work smart, not hard, then you're missing. And that's a total cheap way of trying to be easy and trying to make your life simple. You got to work hard and you got to work smart. You got to combine both of them. The other part I want to talk about is talent, and how people want to make it sound like, hard work, smart work beats talent. Again, why do you have to choose that? Man, why don't you become smart and talented and work hard and do all of it? Work smart, work hard, be talented. Do it all. And that should be your goal. Your goal should not be to get by. Your goal should be to dominate, to be an industry leader, and to be the number one in your company. And I was talking to my youngest son Preston yesterday, and we were talking about again with the stories. Man, I'm like the storyteller, but I just love them because I think it just resonates stuff. But I was telling him a story about when I was in my my early 30s, and I had a job offer. Maybe it wasn't an offer yet, but it was about to be an offer. And I said to my hiring manager, who's a very good friend of mine now, I said, if you hire me, I'll be your number one sales guy by the end of the year. And he said, that's not going to happen, because that dude over there that's sitting over there, he has 60% of the federal budget in his territory, which was Washington, D.C. And he goes, all he has to do is sit on his thumb and he's going to beat you. And I said, I'm going to be your number one sales guy. And he goes, now let me explain a little bit more. He goes, 4% of the federal spend is in your territory. He goes, you cannot beat that guy. And I said, I'm going to beat that guy. I'm going to be your number one sales guy at the end of the year. And he goes, it's not going to happen. And we kind of volleyed back and forth, a little flow of testosterone. It was kind of funny. And anyway, he goes, I'll make you a deal. He goes, if you can beat that guy, he'll get fired and you'll have his territory too. I kind of feel bad. That dude did get fired, and I did get his territory because I was the number one sales guy. And the reason why is because I freaking worked my butt off. I worked hard because I was committed to backing that up. And I don't make those strong statements as much as I used to because I'm older. But the truth is, that's kind of how I want to live. I want to live like I'm gonna do well, and not because I'm cocky, not because I'm arrogant, but because I kind of owe it to myself, and I owe it to my business, and I owe it to my life and those people that I serve, and everything. And I think that's what I want to say to you is stop the talk, stop the negative talk. I hear people say things like, money doesn't buy happiness, or or another one I like is, you never ever hear of anybody dying and saying they wish they worked more. And it's like, well, I gotta be honest, man. I don't know what dead people dying say. I mean, my mother just passed away about 5 weeks ago or so, and she didn't say anything. I mean, she was dying. Honestly, I want to be able to say when I die that I left it all there. I did everything I possibly could. And I guess that's my point to you, is stop saying things that are limiting. Stop saying things like money doesn't buy happiness. Because only poor people say that. I've never had a rich person come to me and say money doesn't buy happiness. Because I don't think people that are wealthy think like that. I think they look at it and say nothing, in and of itself, and I would put an asterisk there because I'm a religious person. I truly believe that true happiness comes from God, and I'm saying that because I know anybody out there is religious is going to just slap me and say, "What about God?" And they're right. But my point is, short of God, not a single thing is going to bring you happiness. Happiness comes from inside. Money is part of happiness, believe it or not, it's everything's tied together. So stop saying negative things, stop saying limiting things, and commit to being committed to your business. That's what I want to say. Do your business, rock your business, make it happen. And I know it's frustrating. I know business can drive you bananas. It drives me bananas, but you're fully capable and you can do it. And I hope you guys enjoy the view a little bit back there. I thought it'd be a little bit more fun in case I suck, that you guys at least get a great view out of the deal. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing great, and I hope your business is doing great and well. Thanks.